Welcome to Podman Desktop Community Meeting, June 25th, 2026. I'm Rujuta. I'm an Associate Manager with Podman Desktop team. We have a couple of things lined up for today's agenda. First, we'll go through the release of 1.28, which is out right now. A couple of updates on that. We had a presentation in the Devconf check. So some updates over there and a few general updates and housekeeping as we go along. Iri, would you like me to share the screen, continue with that, and then you'll take over?
Yes, sounds good to me. If you could go to the next slide, I would appreciate it.
All right.
All right, hello everybody. So I'm going to sum up a few things regarding the latest Podman Desktop update, which is 128.2. That's the latest version you can get these days. What you can expect in the new release, this is mostly UX improvements or usability improvements release. You will also find a few new neat features and a bunch of bug fixes. So let me dive a little deeper into these. I will take over the screen sharing, and I will also use the opportunity to show you how to get to more content from us. Let me share. All right, so we are now looking at the blog post regarding the latest release. What you can see here is everything you need to know. Let me go through these things from the top to bottom. I will start with the first one, which is enhanced dashboard. And I will not do a demo for this one. The main reason is that what you can do is to see the demo from the author of that feature himself. And to do that, you will go to YouTube and find our YouTube channel. And here you will see a lot of recordings from the past community meetings and even some interesting cutouts from that and so on. And this new experimental dashboard was actually presented during a community call almost 2 months ago, because it was in development, but right now you can finally get to that, and it shows you how to enable it, what it looks like, how it works, and so on. So I will not repeat ourselves here. I wanted to use this opportunity to show you how to find if you missed some of the previous community goals. So that's how you do it. That's the experimental dashboard. In order to see that, you will need to enable it in the experimental features. I definitely recommend it. What is the next thing that you might take use of is if you have a container that has some words being mapped. Right now, you don't have to copy paste them. You will just click those links in the summary view for the container detail, and it will redirect you to directly the web page or to the browser with the URL and the port that you will click. We also made a few improvements to the managed configurations. So right now, if you go to the resources page, you will see an indicator that this option is actually managed by your system administrator or being managed centrally by some IT. So you may see more of these across the board. Yeah, minor improvement. Well, might not be too minor, but so far, if you refreshed the app using the refresh command, you always landed on the dashboard, which is not the case. It will get you back to where you ended last time. So that's more of an usability improvement. But one pretty important thing from my point of view is improvements to the dialogues, which you can see them being updated across the whole app. And it is heavily related to what you could see in the demo from Václav on the last community call. again, I recommend you visiting our YouTube channel and actually checking that. I think there's a separate video for that. Uh, and the main improvement here is that all dialogues are now more verbose, action oriented. Now you go into dialogue always know what you're clicking, so it's not like yes, no buttons, but it's a call to action. You will see exactly what you are about to do, which also includes the colors and so on. So hopefully it will help you to not to do any mistakes when deleting something and stuff like that. And one very much asked feature from users was to include timestamps in the troubleshooting logs. So it's now there. When you go open troubleshooting, you will see the timestamps there. Uh, yeah, it will also help with some reporting of some issues to us as well. When I also go down further, there were a few community contributions which I also wanted to mention. So thank you for that. Keep on opening more PRs. We appreciate it. And yeah, generally I would say that's mostly it from the highlights. The full changelog is visible on the blog post. I forgot to mention there were 370 commits in between the 1.27.2 and 1.28.2. So a lot of things may have changed. A lot of things have updated. If you're interested in seeing more, please reach out to the website and see it yourself. And that's generally it for me. If you have any further thoughts, feel free to. But thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Any questions regarding the latest release? All right. If you we can move ahead. Andre or Evzen, I'm not sure which one of you are going to share the presentation.
I will share the presentation.
All
Hello.
right. Was there a question? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
No, I'm just trying to find the right button.
Oh, okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm not sure. Do you see anything?
I can see the slides. Sure, yeah.
Okay, so um, the slideshow is very short. We have two links there. One is for a presentation that we had, and the other one is repository itself. Last week there was a developer conference in Brno, and Evgen came out with idea to present a workshop where he will lead people or guide people how to develop the extension from Podman desktop ecosystem. And then I came in and make things a little bit more complex, adding some CI stuff and end-to-end testing, so it's not that easy and straightforward anymore. Anyway, I would like just to show you what we had, how we led the workshop, and then it will be up to you to go through the material yourself. So first, it was the presentation itself. You can find it on the meeting notes, I believe. We started with common knowledge about what we are going to develop and what are the requirements for a user to actually start developing on the machine. I will not go into the details in this way. There were a couple of prerequisites you had to follow. You can actually follow the sheets and you should end up with the same result, which is a demo extension that is 100% working and can be installed in the Podman desktop. And you can learn actually how to develop some components, how to make them lifecycle from your laptop to the GitHub Action CI, actually ending up with the installable image, which is a way how to install the extension directly into Podman desktop. So this is the beginning of the workshop itself, getting familiar with Podman desktop. And then we went through how to actually develop the extension locally using existing Podman desktop instance and code base that is checked out from the GitHub repository of the extension. Now, I will not go to the details as I said, but wanted to show you. Let's say we are at this point in the extension itself. And if you would like check out a particular branch, you would get to one of 13 or 14 tasks that Evgen has prepared for you. And you could actually follow up the workshop. So if I open like status bar branch, I can see there is steps we would like to achieve in this part of the demo. You can take it, you can put it to the prompt. Actually, there are skills on every branch that would help you to develop this particular feature or component. And then you are done, you can experiment, you can implement it yourself. If you would then just check out another workshop, you would see that this part was actually like done, and you can like follow up with every branch and proceed further to the like complete extension. So if you would like finish this demo, you would be able to actually grab the image that was produced on your fork on GitHub repository, and you could practically create the image yourself on a GitHub CRIO and install it to the Podman desktop. And you would get here in the demo extension, actually. During the development, of course, you are proceeding through branches one by one and actually seeing the development itself. If we now take a look at the repository, it's here again. Link should be somewhere on the presentation. There are already some CI available for you to use. So if you just fork the project, you could create a PR, and hypothetically you should get more of the CI available for you. So it would run build, compile, install dependencies, type check, end-to-end test, and so on. Everything ready to consume. That's basically it. That's little like description of what we did on the workshop, and it can be reused by anyone who would like to. Of course, if you got any problem, would like to test something out or reach us, you can open issue on the extension or reach us on the Discord, I believe, or any other available mean. Any questions? Anything I forgot, Evgen?
I think you did.
Yeah, I think you've covered everything. Just maybe about the extension, it is probably just a draft. Maybe good idea for this extension. It's doing not basically nothing, I would say, but it will do hopefully end up in our catalog later this year. But we will see. So just yeah, information.
I think it's a bit further than you are saying, but I will leave that. It's quite nice extension actually. That's here. What does it actually do? It allows you to break container related features. Like you can
Yes, exactly. Basically, this extension should be all about creating test scenarios. For example, you should be able to, for example, set CPU throttling to 100% in a specific container. You should be able to cut off any network connectivity to any any container. So yeah, it should be doing just this. So you can test, for example, in terms of some pod, like what will happen if this pod will run out of memory, for example. So you can prepare some, I don't know, health checks or something like this.
I consider it a very nice idea. to be honest, and useful. Any other questions? No, then thank you. I will stop sharing my screen. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks, Andre. Thanks, Evgen. I think this was an awesome presentation. Thanks. I wanted to quickly share my screen. Hold up. I just wanted to highlight that we do have these contribution badges for external contributors who have been providing for our repository. Congratulations to Alexon Oliveira. This was his first contribution. We have milestones for 10, 25, 50. So we're hoping we can present more such badges for our external contributors. Also wanted to highlight I think he touched a little bit on that. It's also present in our blog, the other contributors for this specific release. Again, thank you for all the contributions that you have been doing. Before we go through the conclusion of the meeting, Anders, I see you are here. I believe you had a question related to the Lima extension. Would you like to bring that up?
Yeah, it was regarding the effort to move some of the built-in extensions to external. So I was wondering a bit about the scope of that and what the plans were for the Lima. I guess for the kind, there was some confusion about having two extensions, one internal and external, but that's not the one I was concerned about. So right now we don't have any GUI features for the Lima machine. You can't stop and start it like you can with the Podman machine. So that's all handled by the CLI. So the only thing that the Lima extension does is to allow you to select the path for the Podman and Docker socket. So I was wondering, should we keep the extension around, or should we, like, should it be less or should it be more when it moves out to the catalog? What's my question?
I can provide some details about that. Yeah, we've been talking about moving out some built-in extensions from the core to separate to external extensions, and Lima might actually be one of the best candidates to start with. We did something similar to Kubernetes. Lima is, as you mentioned, really small extension, so that might be actually a good candidate to proceed further with. I, at this point, would not like to remove it completely, even though I'm aware that if we allowed setting custom paths for the sockets, it would eventually solve the issue. Where
Yeah.
or would it be? Would you consider it a proper replacement or
No,
not?
I think. I mean, it would make sense if you were able to stop and start your machine and see the details of it. So I made some PRs to do that. So those could be merged into the external extension, because then they wouldn't be in the way in the. Though I don't know the reason why they weren't merged into core, but it might be more likely to happen if it's an external extension. Because right now you have to. Like if you have a Docker machine or a Lima machine, you have to set it up yourself from the CLI, same with the Podman machine. And then you start the Podman desktop GUI and it appears from nowhere. So there is no way in the Podman desktop to like start it or connect to it. But I'm not sure if that is like, maybe that's out of scope. So maybe that's fine. Or it could be improved in an external plugin.
Mm-hmm. Florian figured out how to raise hand, so please go ahead.
Yeah, the overall idea is that having extension in separate repositories will allow to have bug fixes of extension without the need of releasing a new version of Podman Desktop.
Right.
even if we are still including all the extension as pre-installed. And another aspect is that we notice that when the extension are on separate repositories, we get more traction, more contributors, because it's simpler to contribute to a very small repository. And it's easier as well to have new leads. So you could be the owner, one of the owner of the separate extension. And deciding whatever you want to add in the extension, because you will be like the expert of Lima.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff. This is to leverage this kind of stuff. But for now, they will be still pre-installed. So
yeah. So I'm fine with keeping it as is and just moving it to external repository, same that we did with the Minikube extension before. I don't see, so there has been less changes in Minikube and in Lima compared to all the different UX and platform changes in Podman Desktop. So I think there's a lot more contributions from the Podman Desktop team to this extensions and to the actual external
say,
program.
One of the difference is that Lima and Kind are pre-installed, while Minikube it's not there by default. So people need to install it on their own,
Right.
so it's less visible. So I think this is why people are not really seeing this one.
Yeah, so we can go either way, but I think we will leave it as an extension for now. I don't think it's fully obsolete. It's there if you need it. You can use it if you wanted to use a different OS with your Podman, or if you have some other needs, if you want to run Kubernetes some other way. So I think it's kind of useful. So and I haven't seen any major issues with it. It's not doing much, but it should be working. So I'm fine to leave it as it is. But then I know a bit more. I saw there was some discussion on the actual Epic as well for motivations for moving it out of the catalog, which cleared up some of the questions I had before. So thank you.
Thanks, Anders. Thanks, Ron, for bringing up. Let me share the screen for the milestone, which was yeah, there you go. 10 PRs merged. This looks great. So congrats, Priyansh Sao. Awesome. All right. Before we conclude the meeting, any other questions that anybody else had to bring up? All right. So our next meeting is July 23rd, which happens every fourth Thursday of the month. So next is July 23rd. Hoping to see everybody there with more discussions, questions. We are also looking for presentations or demos that you have, how you have used Podman Desktop with your different use cases. We would like to present them in our community meeting or on our YouTube channel. So please reach out either through the community repo, can post it there, or through Discord and other means that are out there. All right. If there are no more questions, we can conclude the meeting. Thank you, everybody, for the time. Hoping to see you next month. Take care.